Now the hairstyle makes sense you. No other than to make us all swoon. I mean the fan. Girls swoon. Spider-Man shadowing. Still totally in love with Jackman's Winter Soldier theme, so happy they brought it back to tie us into Cap. Super Soldier Serum, MISD. Starting right here, this entire film has a linear path towards some kind of final showdown between the other Hydra super soldiers and some Avengers, only for the final twist of what's actually important about this scene to be revealed later. Love these giant location title cards. As far as the film goes, they make perfect sense. This movie jumps around a lot, and very rarely to the same time or locations, so each giant title card is like a reset signal to us that something new is about to begin, like a new chapter. It's also a huge payoff later on to anyone who knows the hometown of a particular superhero, where a small marker at the bottom may have been overlooked. One of the few times we've been on the receiving end of a Cap jump. And I didn't notice the first time, but Falcon is the one who drops him off. Cap hasn't stopped finding new and brutal ways to punish faceless goons. And now even Falcon has joined in the butt-kicking fun by adding a little extra panache to his repertoire. Teamwork. I can't be the only one still totally impressed by Cap's shield skills, right? But man, no one ever misses an opportunity to kick someone across the room. I'll be honest, I used to think Falcon was a little lacking in the universe where Iron Man and War Machine exist, but shield wings and Thor digital targeting are starting to redeem him. In addition to new butt-kicking moves, Black Widow has also upgraded her parkour skills. Well, hey there, this cute little guy won my now he's killing people. Man, Cap is the best. He may take some beatings that slow him down, and he can be bested a few times, but eventually he adapts and starts winning. He's such a satisfying character. Maybe it's sort of Avengers 2N and A2, but it's still a Cap movie, making Crossbones a supervillain essentially created by Cap, and Winter Soldier is a great setup to nail home that this is Cap 3, but also another perfect way to start the main discussion of Civil War. Saving your friend. Oh crap, now she's killing people. One of the things that makes this such a great film is that it's almost entirely character-driven as opposed to plot-driven. There were plenty of ways to set up a perceived need for governmental oversight, but this explosion is also something that has a lasting effect on Wanda. A testament to the quality of this script is how insanely obvious it is to us what the final conflict will be on multiple viewings, but it's hidden inside fun dark tech, and more importantly, more character development, with Pepper not being around immediately throwing Tony off kilter, and giving solid reasoning for all his motivations in this film.
As in, all of your projects have just been approved and funded.
Guilt philanthropy? Philanthropy?
His name was Charlie Spencer. You murdered him.
Try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes it doesn't mean everybody. But if we can't find a way to live with that, next time, maybe nobody gets saved.
And there are your two opposing ideologies. Stark has no words and feels the full weight of his part played, and Cap can still see the good being done and all the worse that would happen without the Avengers' intervention.
And what word would you use, Mr. Secretary?
How about dangerous?
I'd be upset if the Hulk dated my daughter too. Perspective shift win, with the Hulk presumably killing whoever took this footage with falling debris.
Mission report. December 16, 1991.
Zemo has been changed quite a bit from the comics, but we're so far removed from World War II at this point, it definitely makes more sense to have recent events be the reason for the Cap event hatred.
In the 8 years since Mr. Stark announced himself as Iron Man, the number of potentially world-ending events has risen at a commensurate rate.
While Vision's equation is a common enough threat among superheroes, it follows a very logical chain of events in this universe. Crossbones, for example, was ready to die by suicide bomb just to take Cap with him. If that's an escalation of villainy.
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. And conflict breeds catastrophe.
Anyone else love the way Vision is dressed, like he's just trying to fit in and be human? He doesn't wear real clothes, so he must have fabricated those with his powers. And now we have both of our leaders not in their right minds. The life that Cap yearns for since he went into the ice has now officially been buried with Peggy.
Even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no, you move.
Whether Steve would have found himself on the side of the Civil War or not, those call to action words, or an action as it were, from Peggy would definitely push him towards its side, especially given that she plagiarized one of his most famous speeches from the comics.
I didn't want you to be alone.
Building off the relationship they solidified in Winter Soldier, Hawkeye was our surrogate in Age of Ultron, but this time Natasha is the one with feet in both worlds. As an ex-villain who is constantly questioning if she's on the right side of history, she can empathize with both sides, and her conflict makes perfect sense no matter her allegiances, and even if they fall on opposite sides she still loves Cap. Also hugging. Since Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Iron Man, there has not been a better cast than Chadwick Boseman for T'Challa.
Don't bother me, Romanov. I'll kill him myself.
His silent street ISM exudes years of warrior lineage and built-in genetic wisdom. He plays it so confidently, it's barely even surprising when he starts competing physically with Cap and Bucky.
Grozowy wagon.
Zemo is an intelligence operative, but he isn't a super genius, or enhanced in any way. This shot of him learning the Russian trigger words shows that he's just a guy out for revenge with lots of patience. Picking up where the Winter Soldier left off, Bucky is still running, learning about his past and obviously not staying in any one place for very long. Stopping bullets with your hand, bet we'll never see that again.
Come on.
Saving your sword of enemies. The claustrophobia of the stairwell fight scene brings me right back to the elevator, and it actually ends with the target jumping down a long distance, but that catches a win. Do everything about Black Panther, especially his appropriately feline movements as he stalks up on Bucky. Yep, he's bulletproof. Cats always land on their feet. Pause. It's so evident how planned out Bucky's escape routine is. Everything he does is so meticulous, and he seems to have contingencies for his contingencies, right down to going into the tunnel to evade the helicopters. This chase could have come off really goofy, but they nailed it. Exciting, tense, and about as believable as humans running faster than cars can be. Somehow that's not CGI, so that's 5 yups. Tom and Jerry reference. If I had a nickel for every time Cap runs away from, or is somewhere near flipping cars, I'd have a number of nickels. Still awesome. Something I love about the MCU is that we're at a point now where secret identities just don't really matter. Oh, another enhanced dude, whatever.
You know, I don't know what this is. One day, who knows? I may even control it.
Yeah, Thanos will probably have something to say about that.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
Airport shadowing.
They don't grant visas to weapons of mass destruction.
She's a kid.
Give me a break!
Can we just give these two guys Oscars already? The book comes out and the Winter Soldier theme comes right back. Stopping a bullet with your hand, bet we'll never see that again. Nothing ever works in the Winter Soldier. Last time he caught Cap's shield and broke Falcon's wings. This time, he's barely slowed down by Iron Man's pulse blast, and the second movie in a row is never ever taken to by Black Widow's scissor head move. Love that Tala still lands like a panther even without a suit. If you like this video, click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and turn your notifications on so you never miss any videos from my channel. I'll see you lads in the next one.